Hi, my fellow quarantiners. Stay in and cook with me. Come on, you got nothing better to do. Well, today, what I'm going to do on Crash Course Cooking with Chef Paul is, you like shrimp scampi? This is an embellished shrimp scampi. My own creation. That's why I call it Shrimp Paolo, because that's my name in Italian. When zesting lemon, you just want to go one strike down the microplane. You don't want to get the white stuff. The white stuff is the pith, P-I-T-H, and it's bitter, very bitter. So this is one zested lemon, and we're going to cut that in half, and we are going to get the juice from that lemon as well. We are going to need some fresh parsley for this. Now the cutting board is moving all over the place, so as from another video that I showed you how to make a cutting board not go all over the table and move around on you, put a wet or a damp towel down and you're good to go. So we're going to need some fresh parsley. I'm only going to do a little bit here just to show you because I've already got some cut. So you just take some without the stem. The knife, as you know, should be very sharp. Okay, and then we cut it, we chop it. Once it gets to a smaller size, you can just do this. Put your fingers on the top of the blade, the non-sharp part, and just keep doing this. And once you do that for a little while, like kind of get it in a little pile, do this. So I've already got some here that I'm going to add to. I just wanted to show you how to cut that. Now basil is a totally different story. Other herbs are a little different. I can show you how to do those when we use those for another recipe. Let's talk about garlic for a minute. We have a couple of cloves of garlic. This is a head. The individual segments of them are called cloves. And we need some garlic for this. Oh yeah, we do. So what I'm going to do is dice this up. And again, just like the fresh herbs, we can just keep doing this. Get in a little pile, move it all in together, and just chop it, keeping your fingers on the top of the blade in the front and just rolling down the blade on the back to chop it. So that's how you do that. Now, if you want to get real fancy and make it quicker, we have what you call a garlic press. I've had this thing since the 90s. Very easy to use. There's a little basket, basically kind of a basket, I guess. Well, here, obviously we're going to need to peel this. And when there's skin on the garlic, you just smash it down and it comes off like so. Okay, so we just put this in there and we press down. And that's why it's called a garlic press. And it juices out and it makes it really small and gets all the juice out there. And then the other side has a bunch of little things that go in the little holes and it gets it all out. Still garlic, we can still use it. It's just kind of in a bigger, larger form. We want it diced smaller, so we just kind of move it over and do that. Now, that's all of our garlic. It is now time to make the scampi sauce. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with some butter. Now this is for 2 people. The shrimp that I have, they're smaller than I like. These are the bay shrimp. they're 2125s. That's the size. I like to use U15s, which is under 15 per pound. Then the next size up is 1620s, which is 16 to 20 shrimp per pound. These are 2124s. This is the best I could get for now. When you take the shrimp and you clean them, you get the shells off of them. They're cleaned, deveined, and I cut them. We call that butterflying the shrimp. Okay, so there are 10 of those. We're going to start with a liberal amount of butter. That butter, wine, and lemon, that's the only liquid to a scampi sauce. So we're gonna put it all in there. Get those going. That's the wine. I used you can use any type of white wine you want to use. You know, and I don't ever cook with cooking wine. You cook with a wine that you would drink. You know, no one would drink cooking wine. I used a Pinot Grigio. So we're cooking that. I'm gonna put in the lemon juice, which was 2 ounces. We're gonna also put a little bit of zest in here. A little bit. Let me put this back. We're gonna taste it. We can always add more. We cannot take away. So, yeah, smells good. Smells lemony. But we don't want to overpower the lemon. Lemon can overpower. You have to be very careful with that. So just add some, and then if you need more, simply add more. Let's add some garlic. Should have sauteed that garlic with the butter in a clean bowl. Wow, that smells good. Get the shrimp out. We don't want to cook them anymore. What we want to do is, this is xanthan gum. I know, you're like, what is that? It's a thickening agent. My wife is allergic to flour, so this is from a YUCA root, yucca root. Okay, taking it off. And see how it's thick? We don't want it too thick. We just want it thick enough so it coats the pasta. That's what we want, to coat the pasta. If it's too thick, add some more wine or something to it. Right there, that looks pretty good for right now. Okay, we're going to let that sit for a minute. So what we're going to do is take the shrimp, and we are going to wrap some prosciutto around each one. So you don't need a whole piece. These are small shrimp, so you can just take a little bit, as long as it's covered like that. And a little bit of cheese. What I do is I take the shrimp tails and I kind of shingle them over each other, so that when that's nice for the presentation afterwards when we go to plate this. But we're going to do 5 per order, per serving. That sauce smells great. I love that garlic. So this is prosciutto ham. Italian ham. Has to be sliced very thin. It's like butter. Like butter. So I'm going to show you, that's what it looks like so far. That's the first row, and then here's the second row. And my wife is allergic to cheese, so she's not going to get cheese on hers. Okay. So we're going to put this in the oven. Actually, I'm just going to put it on broil. And while that's doing its thing, I'm going to finish this sauce. The xanthan gum thickened a little too much, I am going to thin it out. I'm experimenting with you, by the way, because I have never used xanthan gum. So here's what the sauce looks like. It's not too thick, but it's thick enough to cover or to coat the pasta. And I put some diced tomato and some scallions in the sauce. Take it off the heat. Don't leave it there because it'll discolor. You just want to heat it up. So I pre-cooked the pasta and made it al dente. So I'm making enough so that I could put it on one plate for you to see. And I have the water boiling so that all I really need to do is heat it up. And now I just strained the pasta. Now I'm going to plate it. Okay, there's our pasta. I'm going to take a whole line of one portion. Plate it like so. All right, so here's our sauce, our embellished scampi sauce, Shrimp Paolo. Shrimp Paolo. All right, there it is. That's good. So fresh. It's a light dish too. It's great for this time of the year. I hope you enjoy.